Dreaming of a white Christmas. Is be merry and bright. Listen and
Hey guys, my name is Kaylyn. Welcome to my channel. So today what I'm talking about is emotional exhaustion as a parent and as a mother. And this video is going to be in two parts. The first part is preventative things you can do to avoid feeling burnt out. The second video is my little tricks that I do when I am in the moment feeling like I cannot go on. I'm just sharing with you what saves me and the things that are my saving grace to help me get through the day. So I will link that below and you can watch that one as well, or you can just subscribe and make sure you get notified when I post it. My first tip to avoid feeling completely burnt out is to just take a step back from your life and look at it as a whole. And this is something I have to do regularly and I have to do with my husband, where we just step back and look at our lives, look at our balance of work and being at home with our daughter and the time we spend together and just all of the things that are in flux and always changing. It's so important to take a step back and look at it and kind of evaluate, does this feel right? Does this feel healthy? Is there something I want to be spending more time doing? Is there something I feel like I'm doing too much of? And we are honestly trying to figure this out still. But just remember that you have choices, and it's easy to feel like we're stuck in certain situations. There are ways to alter things, to change your expenses, to save more, to move so you pay less for rent, or those sorts of things. So just open your mind up to the different possibilities so that you can feel like you are more balanced in the time that you are spending with your children. So all these things are things that I'm working on. I do not have them figured out, but I'm realizing the importance of them. And this next tip is to start your day right and to not let your day just start you and run over you. And that's been really hard for me. It's easy for me to just want to take advantage of sleeping, which again is really valuable. But instead of taking 20 minutes for myself to have coffee, to read my Bible, to exercise, whatever it is, I'm just realizing the value in taking some time for myself in the start of the day before feeling like I'm just caught off guard, without my defenses. From that moment, if I start my day that way, kind of competing with my daughter's needs for my own, it's really challenging. But when I slow down and just really make it a priority to give myself even the littlest bit of time before I care for her, see if you can readjust your morning routine, because if you are not coming first, it's going to be really hard to care for your children. My next tip is a bunch of tips combined into one, and that has to do with caring for your body. Your mind and your body are obviously linked very strongly, and if we aren't caring for our bodies, that's going to really affect our mental health. So I know you kind of know this in the back of your mind, but I know it's so easy to neglect these things, but I just wanted to remind you of the importance of them. And that is drinking a lot of water. If I don't drink a lot of water, especially while nursing, I will literally feel like I'm losing my mind. So stay hydrated as best as you can. Eating healthy, the right foods. It's so easy to go for quicker things or just things that aren't as nutritious, but if you're feeling exhausted all the time, it might be a good source of motivation to try and eat better and do it for that reason, to have more energy. Again, that's actual fuel you're putting into your body, so that's certainly going to affect how your body runs. Coffee can really help, but it can also be kind of bad and cause some sort of dependence, and I struggle with this. I go back to drinking coffee and then I'll stop and then I'll go back, and I recently stopped drinking coffee and I've actually had so much more energy, I'm shocked. If you're drinking a ton of coffee a day, you might actually find more energy if you cut it out altogether, which can be hard. Also with your body, blood work. It might be a good idea to go to your doctor and get your blood work done. I did this a while ago because I was so exhausted, I thought something was wrong with me. And my blood work came out perfect and there's nothing that I was deficient in. After having a baby, your hormones and your thyroid and lots of things are just in flux. So go to your doctor and check out how your body is doing, if you're getting what you need, if you're processing things well, and if there are any adjustments that can be made, then you can make them. And the last thing regarding your body is exercise. Exercise is so important, and this has been, again, a struggle for me since I recently moved. It's been really hard for me to get back into working out. Just managing everything else, it's really hard for me to create a new routine that I've been able to stick to. And I was in a place where I was working out a lot previously, and it benefited me so much, and I'm sure you know the benefits of exercise, but it helps so much with energy and overall mental health and well-being. I'm not going to hammer that one home because I know you know it's good to exercise, but just a little reminder and encouragement: if you're feeling exhausted, eating better, exercise, drinking water, don't underestimate the power of those things. My next tip is to have time for yourself and to schedule in time for yourself in your week, just to make sure you are getting time to do things that bring you life and that are healthy for you. That may be spending time with friends, or doing things you enjoy, or doing kind of pampering things to yourself. For me, that sort of time, I like to film videos, I like to work on different creative projects, or making things with my hands or painting. That stuff really brings me life. Also, just scheduling in seeing other people during your week. I like to hang out with different moms during my week, and that makes a world of difference. I enjoy that so much because I get to have adult conversation, and just that company and the struggle and the joys, and just sharing that with other moms is so healthy and pertinent to just knowing you're not alone in what you're doing. So even in your nights or part of your days, just a little bit of time for yourself is going to go a long way. You are more important than doing the dishes at night. If you're exhausted, it's okay if they stay in your sink, and it's okay if you spend that time sitting on your couch watching a movie or painting your nails or not doing something productive. So don't feel guilty to take that time, and just preserve your mental health. It's so much more valuable than having everything checked off of your to-do list. You matter, and you should be at the top of your to-do list, and your mental health and joy and happiness is incredibly valuable and so much more important than a lot of the other things that we spend our time managing each day. My next tip goes along with scheduling time for yourself, and that's just kind of scheduling in general. It's kind of tricky because you don't want to be so tied to a schedule that if you don't stick to your plans, you feel frustrated and angry and disappointed. But I like to just have things laid out within my week and within my days, even if it's just one goal or just a couple loose goals. The general structure I have for my days is so simple. You kind of enter a time warp when you're caring for your child. The feeding and the diaper changes and clothes changes and naps really take up so much time. So you really just have pockets of time throughout your day. Some of the things I will outline in my day or week would be laundry, different house chores, hanging out with different people, going to the grocery store, any fun things we want to do. So just to kind of have those things placed throughout my week, I just do it very loosely. I do not schedule things by the hour. That does not work for me. But just having that in my mind relieves a lot of stress, and I'm not just wondering what am I going to do every single day. So these are all different preventative things I do to avoid burnout. These are honestly the things that save me, and I hope you found something in here helpful. I'm really excited to share with you in my next video how I salvage myself out of emotional exhaustion and burnout in the moment. You know what I'm talking about if you're a parent. Just those moments or hours where you just feel totally helpless and want to so badly just lock yourself in the bathroom or something and just say, no more, I can't do this. I will be sharing with you the things that I do and the only things that help me get through those moments. So check out that down below. I know you have things that you do that help you, so please share with me what they are and share with everyone else what they are down below in the comments. If you're interested in other videos about life and motherhood and God and health, that's what I'm interested in. So subscribe to my channel and I will share more with you. And if this video helped you in any way or just encouraged you or made you feel less alone, give me a thumbs up and let me know I did a good job. I love you guys, and it is no easy feat being a parent, and just stay encouraged and just remember to take care of yourself because you are important too. Okay, love you guys, bye. Sometimes it's scowling and ugly tears of exhaustion and desperation, wondering where life went and my old self went. I think it's so important to recognize those moments so that we can actually push through them with grace and acceptance.